So I'm selling all these figures right here. None of these guys I need. They're like Tajiri, David Otunga, stuff like that. So I'm going to be selling this off for... Wow, check out the weather. It looks like it's snowing here in Toronto. Well, it's flurries. So I did pick up these figures right here. They're Jakks. I paid $40 for them. I think I paid a little too much for them just because I'm not a Jakks collector, but I've figured out how to swap heads now. So that's the whole reason why I got these. So we'll see what I can end up doing with these figures. So here we are in the games room. I got a package from UPS. I got this package from the United States of America. So it's a pretty big box. We're going to take a look at what we found, and I'm going to show you exactly what I paid for it as well. But just before that, I'd like to show you the figures that I ended up picking up just today. So these are the 5 figures I ended up getting. What drew me to this lot was the Jake the Snake. I'm not a big collector of Jakks at all, so I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but this head scan was really well done, so that's why I ended up getting this. Also, I really want to do a custom Big Papa Pump. I just recently did my first custom, and I actually found out how to do customs. It's a pretty simple job to do, so I want to try getting this done in the future. I got an Ultimate Warrior, once again, a very beautiful face scan, but I'm just not a big fan of the really bulky bodies that these figures have. But nevertheless, this figure was missing one of these toe things. The other guy was Andre the Giant. Once again, nice figure. I like the size of him. He's not super bulky, and his arms were quite thin. But he's been scuffed, and he's been badly battered up. So that's his figure there. So probably going to trade him away. But sometimes I get to find some Jakks collectors that really like collecting Jakks figures, so I can trade them Mattel figures. And the last one's the HBK figure. The HBK figure is really nicely done, like the pants and everything were really well done. The hair was nice, but once again, has a mark on the back. Hopefully that comes off. He had a couple of other figures like Ted DiBiase, Batista, Goldberg, but they were in such bad shape I didn't even want to pick them up. And you know, I don't really pay too much on figures, but this was quite a lot I paid for these figures. But once again, sometimes you just got to take a gamble in life. So let's get on to the package that I got. So here's what I ended up paying. This was an auction, so I won it for $25. And then I paid the domestic shipping, which was United States shipping, which was $28. That was $53 total. And then they had all this other stuff, third-party international import-export, all this nonsense. So I ended up paying like $75. I just accidentally ripped the top right here. But yeah, I ended up paying $75 for everything. So, US. So after doing the conversion, you really get banged with $1 because I live in Canada. So this is over $100 I paid for this lot. But let's get, I'm really excited. Let's get going and we'll see what we ended up getting. So here's the box. And you can see some styrofoam. So let's dig into what I get. So I'm gonna neatly unpack that and we'll see all the figures I get. Alright, so the first figure I got was The Miz. So I'm not a big fan of The Miz, but it's a pretty good looking solid figure. So it looks like it hasn't been played, not much wear on it. So quite happy to find that one there. Although I'm not going to be keeping him, it's just really nice when you get a nice condition figure. The next one is a basic Goldust. So I already have this, a Goldust. So this will be up for trades. So the next guy here is Randy Orton. So looks like there's been a custom head done to this Randy Orton. But nevertheless, really solid figure. It looks like this was from a collector. So the collector ended up basically giving these up. I think he just wanted to get rid of some of his figures. So the next figure is Christian. Next figure is HBK. Once again, what I really like about this is the condition of these figures. They're really nice. They haven't had any dents in him. The next is a Cerebral Assassin. So Triple H. So I'm actually going to do a head swap. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to do a head swap, because I have an Elite version Triple H with the small hair. So I kind of want to get this hair on the Triple H, because this is the hair I remembered Triple H with when I was growing up. Next figure is another Randy Orton. The next figure is the Narcissus. So this is Lex Luger. Really nicely made figure. I really like this figure. So I don't know if I'm going to be keeping him or trading him away, because I'm actually just looking for Lex Luger, not the Narcissus, because I didn't really like the Narcissus. But when he got repackaged as Lex Luger, I really liked him as a wrestler. The next guy is Ryback. So Ryback's a pretty solid figure there. I'm actually considering of maybe doing a head swap with Rob Van Dam, because Rob Van Dam came with similar things like this, but I have to figure out a way where I can basically not have any Ryback symbols for that. So the next is some belts. We'll take a look at the belt. So these are the belts I ended up getting. The World Heavyweight title. So this, I exactly know who it's going to go to. It's one of the figures in this lot. The next one is the Intercontinental title. And I finally got the US title. So I'm going to be giving this to a figure. I don't know which figure. If anyone has any comments, let me know what figure I should give this to. And some, I guess, elbow pads and knee pads. Some extra ones. Alright, so here comes the next figures. So here's Diamond Dallas Page. I already have this Diamond Dallas Page, so this will be in for trade, but really nice figure. Sadly, it doesn't have its jacket or a current Brock Lesnar, so I don't have this variant of Brock Lesnar, but generally I just keep one variant. But I do like his head scan. Looks like a good head scan. It's better than the one that has its mouth open. Next guy is, I believe, Kurt Hawkins. So Kurt Hawkins is here. Yeah, so this is Kurt Hawkins. A guy that I need to add to the collection, Jay or Jimmy, I don't know who he is. The Uso brothers, so really nicely done figure. This is probably my fourth Batista, and it's a nice one. Sadly, he's not an elite. I'm actually looking for an elite form for him. This, I think, will be my new Daniel Bryan. I might be keeping up there, because this is the Daniel Bryan I actually liked. So this is the heel version of Daniel Bryan. Really good character. Super happy to get this. A Stardust. And it's an elite version. So I believe this will be going up on my collection. He'll be going next to Goldust. Next one is Mick Foley, Mankind. Sadly, I don't have the mask for him, but it's alright. A very scary Mark Henry. That's the scariest looking Mark Henry I've ever seen in my life. So yeah, guys, I don't know what I'm going to do with that one, but it's brutal. I don't even want to look at it. I might just have to replace its head and maybe put a Rey Mysterio head on there. That's just scary. But beggars can't be choosers, right? Next guy is Bray Wyatt. So this is a nicer Bray Wyatt. He looks a lot more serious, more intimidating. The Bray Wyatts that I have in my collection is the Bray Wyatt who smiles. So I really like this one right here. I believe this is when he looked like he was NXT when he wore that glove, but I could be wrong. The next is the Big Show. I believe that's Sheamus's head on Big Show's body, but it looks very cartoonish and very nice looking. I actually like it. So I'm going to probably keep this one because I don't have a Big Show. So, oh wow. The back looks bad, so probably have to do a head swap. I think I have a Big Show somewhere. Any suggestions on what I can do with the body? Maybe any paint? I'm not a big painter. I don't know much about custom figures. I just have recently found out how to head swap. So let me know. A taker that I really like is this Undertaker. So once again, it's just a regular Undertaker. Reason why I bought this lot was it's practically impossible to find this. But another pair of Road Warrior Animal and Hawk. So this these pads will be going up there. And I have just a few more figures to show. Alright, so we're down to my last 4 figures of the lot. This one is an Elite version Samoa Joe. So I believe I already have a Samoa Joe in my collection. I'm 100% sure I do have a Samoa Joe. So this will be trade bait. I don't have an Elite Cesaro, so quite happy to get that. So Cesaro will be going up to the wall of figures. And the last 2 figures I have is Ric Flair. Super happy to get this Ric Flair. I actually messaged him after winning the bid for $25 to get Ric Flair. So he actually added these for free. So I got this Ric Flair and... Oh, I forgot a figure. Randy Orton. I believe there's another Ric Flair inside. Just take a quick peep. And this is the last Ric Flair I got. So from the 2 Ric Flairs, I actually like this Ric Flair better. So I'm going to be putting this one up on the wall, but let me know in the comments, should I put this one up in the wall? This looks like he's a little bit older, and this looks like the Ric Flair I knew that won the heavyweight championship by cheating. So let me know what I could do. And I also got something else that was added to this because I don't own one of these yet. So there you guys have it. That's the wrestling ring that I ended up getting. I don't own a ring in my collection, so I thought it'd be a really nice addition for my room. I don't exactly know where I'm going to be putting it in my room, but I do have another pickup this week. So I think that will be the pickup of the week for my figures. So let's see what I end up finding next on my next. So I've got the pickup of the week is a Sting, some more loose figures, and a bunch of Ninja Turtles. $75 for everything. So this is what I ended up getting for $10. So I got the car here. Sadly, no weapons, and none of these figures have any weapons. I don't really find these out in the wild, but I have a little nephew. I'm going to be giving him all of these, so for $10, it's not bad. Getting on to the WWE figures, I ended up getting a Chris Jericho. So I paid $25 for this, which is a nice figure. A nice, solid Seth Rollins. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. Maybe do a custom, maybe, but we'll see what I end up doing there. I got a Sabu. So I want to do this as a customs because I really liked Sabu growing up. He was probably the best ECW wrestler in my opinion. So I'm going to want to do this. Any suggestions on how I can customize this figure with a Mattel figure? What figure would go well with this figure? So let me know in the comments. A Shawn Michaels. Once again, all the jacks are probably going to be trade bait. 2 Divas. So these are also going to be trade bait. Naomi and Ruby Riott. And the best figure of the lot is the Velveteen Dream. So I ended up messaging the guy for the Sting, and I looked at his profile. He had this. So this is probably going to be the pickup of the week. It's a Sting Defining Moments. I'm super happy to find this. It is getting harder to find this figure. I went to a used shop and I ended up seeing this for $60. So for $40, not bad. And that's the back right there. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for viewing.